This is smiley face. She hasn't been doing anything for like a year now, and that's kind of worrisome if something's happened to her. But she was one of these reactors that one of the first reactors that I went on a journey with. So let's just see her reaction to this.
There is a 13-year-old child who's better than Adele.
You know, she's just flat out saying she's better, not that, you know, that to me she's better. She's saying that she's better. And so I feel comfortable with saying that too. Hello, this is Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel, back with another in my series of A to Z Angelina Jordan reactions based on the compilation of 132 songs put together by Rusty Shackleford. This is When We Were Young, Adele song. Adele is the artist that Angelina Jordan has covered the most often.
Everybody loves the thing you do, from the way you talk to the way you move.
Just right off, this is just some of her best vocals ever. It's like just every word.
Everybody here is watching you, cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true.
And there she said, like a dream come true. It's kind of like unconventional phrasing there. And it's just another example of a little thing that's you know, changing it up. Another time she would sing it, she would not do the phrase that way. This is just masterful singing.
But if by chance you're alone, can I have a moment before I go?
Go.
'Cause I've been here by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You still look like a movie.
Okay, before she goes into the climactic part of the song, I want to show the reaction of a judge who was watching her performance of Summertime in Norway's Got Talent.
Bjarte?
Det hjelper liksom ikke, Angelina, hvor mange ganger du sier "Don't you cry". For jeg klarer bare ikke å la være. Gud vet jeg hadde lovet meg selv at jeg skulle prøve. Men du treffer noe inni meg når du synger, og du treffer noe inni veldig mange når du synger. Og jeg sitter og tenker på at om 10 år så du 18 år. Jeg synes det helt ufattelig. Jeg vet ikke hva mer jeg skal si, Angelina, men du synger så utrolig fint.
Now, you know, that's his subjective opinion. You could say that, you know, her singing is unbelievably beautiful. But he talks about reaching something inside and reaching a lot of people inside. And I think what he's getting at there is great art has some depth to it. It reaches something in you, deep inside, and it's transformative in that sense. And that's one of the main things that I think people are getting at when they talk about that they have a guilty pleasure of watching something because they know or listening to something. Like when I watch my game shows, that's a guilty pleasure because it's not reaching anything deep inside. Any one individual, of course, can not have this feeling at all. A lot of people watching what I've just been watching could be totally unmoved, but that's not the point. Is among people who are moved, how deeply moved are they, and how does that compare with other artists? And that's one example of artistic greatness, is if an artist makes a large percentage of the people who like that artist not just give a thumbs up, but say, "Oh, I was deeply moved. You really touched something deep inside of me. You made me cry." Like this judge is talking about. And another measure of this depth, which we really get in this video, is when you can listen to something over and over again without getting tired to it, because it has many layers and you're always finding something new. Quite a lot of fans have talked about how this song, they like to just discover new things each time they listen to it. And again, that's something you can measure. Think of other artists that you may like now or have liked in the past. Have you had songs that you could listen to hundreds of times that you didn't get tired of, or that even sounded better after 100 listenings because you had more things that you noticed in the song? So that's depth. It's not just kind of a surface level thing that you've got it and that's it. No, this is, you can dig down and keep on finding things. It has depth. All right, let's continue on.
You sound like a song I gathered some minds with. When we were young, let me photograph you in this life, in case this is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old and made us restless. It was just like a movie.
That crack with the word "like."
It was just like a song.
The way she sang the word "song."
I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me.
Nobody told me. Dropping down to the lower register.
And I swear I move overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie. You still sound like a song. I got this
A different variation of the word "song." Okay. So I want to go to another judge reacting to a different song. This was Howie Mandel talking about Yellow Brick Road, and let's see what he had to say here.
Oh, well, first of all, at any age, but especially 13, this is so amazing. And one word comes to mind when I listen to you, and that's hypnotic. I just get drawn into your sound and your performance, and nothing else that's going on around me even matters. It's just all about you. You truly are a champion.
He used the word hypnotic, and that, I think, is another thing that can be objectively measured about this depth thing I'm talking about, is with a guilty pleasure, like the game show example I had, or I don't know, kind of a frothy pop song. It's something that you can have in the background, and that's okay. That's enough. You don't have to be paying full attention to this. But with Angelina Jordan, at least I find that I really, I want to be listening with headphones and not have any distractions, and just, really get drawn into the music. I knew somebody who would run screaming out of the room, not literally screaming, but, like quickly leave the room if somebody put on classical music because they hated it. And I could understand that because, on a superficial level, I could see why, if you were not focusing a lot of your attention on it, that like string music could seem boring, but if you were really focused on it and you had some background in it, you could really get into it. There was one person I knew, kind of the opposite of the guy I just mentioned, she said that there was some opera by Mozart which was like the best piece of art that she'd ever heard in, any medium ever. And obviously, she's responding, she's having some kind of really deep connection with that. And this is why, again, I'm not saying this is subjective. I'm not saying that, because I subjectively like Angelina Jordan so well, that means she's good. No, I'm talking about these other objective things of what other people, how other people are responding. So I would say, like that piece of music, there's definitely a lot of other things that I would rather listen to than that opera that she was describing. But I wouldn't say that therefore they're better or anything. Okay, let's go back to finish this out.
When we were young, we photographed you in this life, in case this is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were celebrated all. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
By the way, there's the playlist of that whole concert. You should definitely check out that whole concert. She's in fine voice throughout. When I first heard Adele, it was Rolling in the Deep, and I heard it on the radio, and I was impressed, and I thought, who's this new black singer? Because she had this real soulful sound. I thought that she was black, and I really, I liked the quality of her voice better than the other pop singers. And, it went on like that. She would make me cry with some songs, like Someone Like You. But then along came Angelina Jordan, and it just seemed next level. And there was, why am I crying to this song I don't like, and things like that. Some of these things I've been talking about. And so with all that evidence, I don't have a problem with saying that, Angelina Jordan just is better than Adele. But remember, that's on this general philosophical level. Individually, we all have our own tastes. I would rather listen to Taylor Swift than these operas that are considered great operas. That's my taste. But my own taste, my own subjective, what I'm bringing to the table, my own filters of my life experience that I'm bringing to the table is only part of the story of why I would rather listen to Taylor Swift. And there's what the art actually has in it. And that's where I would say those operas are better. It's just because my life experiences don't, allow me to have the reaction that some others do. But just like I say with Angelina Jordan, I would give that advice to myself. Some of these operas that just make people sob and say it's the greatest thing they've ever heard, I should educate myself more about that and get myself more into a place where I can experience that, because that's what great art at its best does, is it moves you on this deep, profound level. And that's always good when you can experience that feeling. And so yes, take a deep dive into Angelina Jordan, and you may end up totally disagreeing with all of the arguments that I've just given, and that's totally fine. But I think it's worth a try. Okay, Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii. Aloha.